Welcome back to the show. Been working a lot on the manuscript, trying to get the book out. Hopefully next month, April, we'll have that book available for order. Put a lot of time into it, and now I'm at the point where I keep reading it and finding little things to tweak. And there are times when I'll be laying in bed at sleep and thinking, "Oh, I need to word it like this," and I'll get out of bed and I'll go to the laptop and I'll see that. Actually, I worded it pretty well. I think I'll keep what I have. Or I'll wake up at 1 in the morning and say, "Hey, you got to make sure that you word something like this." The book is not political, but because it is about 2020, I just set off to write 5,000 words about each month. That was the goal, and just kind of write a book about what it's like to live in Ketchikan. People come up to Alaska and they stay for their 2 weeks and they do their videos or they write their column or whatever, and it's great. They write their feature. Awesome. Love to read it. Absolutely. But to get that year-round look from someone who, lives here. I didn't just come up here for a year just to write the book. I live here. That was kind of the angle that I wanted. I think it's kind of an underrepresented angle or voice. And so, of course, COVID happened, and then you had, the social unrest and stuff. And so I couldn't write about 2020 without addressing those things. And so it's outdoor, it's fishing, it's hunting, it's hiking, it's what happens when you have a lot of stuff going on in the outdoor media, the outdoor content, some of those issues that we as hunters and anglers have to grapple with a little bit, right? What's my role? Can I just say, well, I donate to conservation because of the, part of my money from my license goes to conservation? Well, that's, I suppose, but you have a lot of people who are aggressively seeking out money to get legislation done or lawsuits against hunting or protecting wolves, and so there's a lot of there's an active presence that's anti-hunting and a passive resistance to that aggressive anti-hunter voice is something that I'm not sure we can afford to do. So I talk about that and what the role is, and also the outdoor content industry and how there's so much great stuff out there, and there's great videos and there's great words and there's amazing products and great inspiring people, but there's also people who kind of lose track of things, and in our rush or in our desire to become influencers, to become known, to get our stuff out there, we kind of undermine the experience, and we eat away or erode that experience because we're out there for the wrong reasons. And that happens to me. Like, I can write about it because I recognize that, I'll get upset because I lose a steelhead. I think, gosh dang it, I hate writing columns about losing steelhead. I want to write columns about catching steelhead. And I was like, dude, you're out here steelhead fishing. This is a pandemic. You have people in California who are locked down, can't go to the beach, and yet you're upset because you lost a steelhead. Come on, man. So, write about that. But then, like I said, you just can't write about 2020 without mentioning coronavirus. And it was kind of interesting to look back, and I'm editing these things, and I look at what I wrote in March and April and May when it was all just kind of very, new, what is this? It's really, really bad. You look at New York and you look at Italy, oh, dude, this is crazy. And then, maybe it's not so bad. And so going back, with hindsight, it's hard to edit those months because I know what's going to happen. But I don't want to, I want to keep the integrity of what I wrote in that moment. So it's more of a time capsule, and it's not a go back and edit based on, pretend that I knew everything. So that's interesting. And I just used the last chapter of each month. So actually all the months are the chapters. And then within there are sub-chapters or categories that address different adventures, little essays that talk about different aspects of what goes on during that month. And so the last part of each chapter is dedicated to either COVID or teaching during COVID or whatever, that sort of stuff that's going on. So it was a lot of fun to write, and going back and editing has been a lot of fun. But I just want to make sure I word that sort of stuff right, whether it be the stuff I wrote about wolves, stuff I wrote about coronavirus teaching. I just want to make sure that it's done right. I don't want. It's not. I guess maybe part of me is afraid of the stupidest possible interpretation of something that I write. If I get careless with how I word something, it's just that laziness, right? I don't want to be lazy and casually word something that's different than what I think, and so it ends up getting misinterpreted or just thrown out there, because that's ridiculous. Because we live in that culture now. That's just what it is. It's crazy. One sentence out of context, and then all of a sudden and we're okay with that. We don't even bother to read it for ourselves. Like, people interpret or digest stuff for us, and then we consume that and we act upon based on information that other people have dissected for us. They made up their minds, and then we adopt their made-up mind, and it's so stupid.
After years of fine print contracts and getting ripped off by big wireless providers, if we've learned anything, it's that there's always a catch. So when I first heard that Mint Mobile offers premium wireless starting at just $15 a month, I thought, what's the catch? But after talking to them and using their service, it all made sense. There isn't one. Mint Mobile's secret sauce is that they're the first company to sell wireless service online only. They cut out the cost of retail stores and pass those sweet savings directly to you. For anyone who hates their phone bill, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. I was hesitant about having to get a new phone and a new phone number, but with Mint, you can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone and your same phone number along with all of your existing contacts. Mint Mobile gives you the best rate whether you're buying for one or for a family, and at Mint, families start at 2 lines. All plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and to get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/waypoint. That is mintmobile.com/waypoint. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/waypoint.
So, but along with that, just that's considering your readership. That's what you should do anyway, right? It shouldn't be just a matter of how can someone misinterpret this. That's also a skill of good writing or good content making, right? Is this going to be accurate? Is this legit? So the editing process has been fun, tasking, but cool. I'm excited to get that out there. Like I said, it'll be available in April, hopefully. I got another round of lookouts to do. I don't know if lookout's a word, but it's a word now. It's been, you could change something every single time you look at it, and you get to the point where it's never ever published. And I'm sure the people that put out video content feel the same thing. You tweak this, change this, do this. Well, let's do maybe the next hunt, and maybe it'll be better. But you just got to get it out there. At some point, you just got to go with it. It's not. Yeah, it's just something I got to do. When it comes to a column, when it comes to those sort of things, it happens. But this longer piece, it's a book. People read a newspaper, and if they buy the newspaper, they then get my column with it. Selling a book is people are buying your book, so there's a lot more pressure. But I'm excited. It's pretty proud of it. It's definitely the best effort that I've put forth. I think it's the best writing that I've ever done. So I'm excited about getting that out there. So that's kind of where I have been lagging on getting people guests. So I've got more solo episodes going on. So gonna get back at it. Just wanted to check back in, make sure I keep this thing going. I don't want to lose this. I want to keep going with the podcast because as soon as same thing with like a workout or anything, right? As soon as you skip that one workout, then all of a sudden it's 2, 3, 4, and then the new habit that is established is the habit of not working out. Same thing with podcasts. Same with writing. If you have a good habit that you like, you got to keep with it. You got to keep writing. You got to keep podcasting. You got to keep hunting. You got to do whatever it is. Keep working out. Keep eating healthy, whatever it is. So that'll do it. Make sure you check out the mediocrealaskan.com. If you are in the Juneau area, check out the Juneau Empire. Today, Thursday, I did Region 5 basketball kind of recap memory thing, which is pretty sweet. I'm pretty proud of that. Talked to Coach Casperson up there. That was pretty fun to write that. Because even though Juneau's the rival of Ketchikan, you appreciate what the kids are able to do. You're talking about kids, and that's the paper I work for. So that's what the feature that I wrote. So it can also be accessed online. If you go to the JuneauEmpire.com, you can look at that article. If you have the winter issue of the Drake, check out the article that I have in there about steelhead fishing. And that's what I got. Be on the lookout for a Miserable Paradise. That's the book that I got coming out. And stay tuned for details.